Hello, lovely viewers. You're watching Bipolar Opposites. I'm your guy, Tim Cubbin. Today is January 16th, 2020. Now, we're going to take a time travel thing back to 2014. Okay? This day, 2014. This was probably the lowest point of my life. Okay? Even more so than being in the hospital. The lowest point of my life. So, if you've watched enough, you might know that I had a dog named Casper who passed away. So, a little over a month later, I got to visit my dad in Texas. Now, my dad has a new wife. Well, you can't say new because he's been married for a long time, but still, she's a wife that's not my mom. Okay, so, we've never gotten along. I've always blamed her for my parents' marriage falling apart, which actually probably is true, but let's not go there. Okay, so anyway, we're going back then. I was really, really low. I was just a mess. Casper was everything to me. And I lost everything. So here I was, in Texas, like my birthday. But it's also my dad's wife's birthday on the 16th, which would be today. So today happens to be her birthday. So, I wasn't doing good. And I had noticed as a parent that I'd be taking my meds and just falling asleep randomly, which I didn't want to do. Because every time I fell asleep, I had the nightmares. Just the nightmares. I mean, I have nightmares, but these, at that time, they were really, really bad. So I did not want to go to sleep. So I skipped taking my pills. And as of course, me being bipolar, this is a huge mistake. So, my mom has a friend who lives in Texas, and she always said that if ever anything goes wrong when I'm in Texas, that I can call her if I need to be away from my dad and Linda. So, I was at a point where I couldn't do it. So, I called, and she wasn't there. And that's when I went off on a tirade. The lack of meds just kicked in, the coldness, not only the temperature, but the coldness of the atmosphere was so bad for me. And I'm empathic, so this was just a mess for me. So, of course, obviously, it came to a head. I called Linda literally every word I wanted to call her for about 18 years and about 18 seconds. Now, here's where it gets worse. I wanted to point the finger in her face. You know when you're trying to point, you put the finger in your face? Well, I was walking towards her. I didn't have the finger extended first. So it looked like I was going to do this instead of that. So of course, not doing that, my dad thought I was going to punch her, so he tackled me. Fight ensued, cops were called, and I was arrested. I mean, full on arrested. Including mugshots and fingerprints. And they put me in lockup for 3 days. Now, the night I arrived in that hospital, well, it really wasn't a hospital, it was a prison hospital, whatever you want to call it. It was just a lockup for all the loonies. So, they put me in this room, this big room that's about the size of my house's upper floor, filled with armchairs. Nothing else. Just a room filled, wall to wall, with armchairs. Now me, I wasn't even supposed to be there. I'm from New York. I was not supposed to be in a lockup in Texas, of all places. So, the night, of course, obviously, since I had to take my pills, I didn't want to go to sleep. Because, looking around that room, the people there, all these men, they look like they want to rape me or kill me. And believe me, you know I don't want either of those. So I did not get any sleep whatsoever. The next day, they gave food that was absolutely disgusting. I didn't want to eat it. I ate a few bites and that was it. Then also, they weren't giving my medications. So, I have seizures and boom, massive seizure. They gave me the booty juice and everything, knocked me out, and kept me in a medically induced coma for 2 days before I was able to get a plane back home to New York. Now, am I able to excuse myself for this? No. This happened because I did this. This whole incident was my fault. No one else's. I take full responsibility for it because, you know what? I should have been taking my pills. I should have been drinking. I should have listened. I did everything wrong. So being locked up, my fault. I own it. It was my fault. I own it, okay? I'm not deflecting the blame on Linda, no. I may have been mad at her, may have been in an awkward situation, but it was all because I didn't take my pills. I chose everything. So, I take the blame. I take the full blame because this was all my fault. Do I feel bad about it? Yes. Like I said, that is the lowest point of my life. Okay? I have never, ever been lower than that. So, my sincere apologies to Linda. Happy birthday. Tim Coven out.